Individualized exam. The background information is instructors and the student are not required to know anything related to R. Agenda. In this short video, I'll discuss the following topics. Topic number 1. How my students take their exam, online exam. First step, get one line of R code based on their first name and the last 2 digits of their student ID. Step number 2, issue one line of R code. Topic number 2, how to use my programs to generate your own online exam. Just issue one line of R code. Topic number 3, explanation of 6 input file. Topic number 4, how to generate individualized exam. Topic number 5, backup plans. Topic number 6, grading.
Shutterstock Music.
Topic number 1, how do my students take their final exam? So as I mentioned, I give them one line R code. I even post on Canvas. Okay, so actually it's source http I give this one line R code. Okay, so everybody will issue this line, launch R and issue this line. Okay, and so this is an individual's exam. Every student will get a different exam. Okay, it's simply, so this is how to issue this line of R code. Dot get final, left, right, parentheses, there's no input. Then it will ask your first name, then your last 2 digits. Okay, I'm going to use Junior 61. Okay, so type get final. Okay, Junior, and her last 2 digits is 61. Okay, so your one line R code for the final exam is this one. Okay, simply highlight and copy and paste. Then it will give you instruction. Final exam econ 205. So this is the date, and complete this by yourself only. And these 3 are most important instruction. Okay, dot P11 for the first question in part 1. Dot P22 for the second question in part 2. Okay, so there are 20 multiple choice questions, and for the second part we have 3, 2 problems plus 1 bonus. Okay, so after students finish their exam and they just submit the Excel file. Okay, so dot P1 1. So this is for the first question. Okay. And also I specify, so this is for Julia only. Okay, make them understand. Okay, then use up arrow key. Then we enter 2, second one. So this is last one. Suppose we enter 21. Then it will remind us it's between 1 and 20. And the last one will be P2. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. So P21. So this is the first problem for the second part. Okay, and the last one will be 3. So this is last one. So this is how my students get their final exam. Topic number 2, how to use my program, pre-written program of code. Okay. So after you launch R, just issue one line of R code. type source, http data yyy.com ind.txt. Okay, just one line. Source http data yyy.com.ind.txt. After you hit enter key, you will see this menu. Okay, so first one is readme, and so this is shortcut. Okay, setup and download, for example, program. Okay, I'll explain others later. Okay, and now is setup. Okay, you type .setup. I'm going to show you the ctemp. Okay, and so this is ctemp. There's nothing here. Okay, the first one .setup just set up some empty directory. Okay, so let's go back to R. Okay, and also when you type name of the function, okay, without left-right parentheses, it will give you some instruction. Okay, so .setup, and so you type .setup or .s1. Okay, I'm going to remove this one. Okay, and so let's type .setup or s1. Okay, so which directory will be your working directory? And I choose temp ind. Okay, the directory called ctemp ind does not exist. Do you want to create it? Answer yes. So this will create a subdirectory. So it's called ctemp ind. So let's go back here. So this is ctemp ind, and there are some subdirectory. They are all empty. Actually, nothing in it. Okay, I mentioned specifically this input. So actually, in the future, if you are interested to adopt my or use my method, so only thing you need to do is put your data in this input file. Okay, so this is okay. So let's go back. So type .ind. So we're back to the menu. So .ind. So stand for individualized exam. Okay, so this is step 1. Okay, so let's look at step 2. So step 2 is simply download the file. Okay, download the file. Okay, so if you type .s2, it will give you instruction. Okay, so source of the data, so have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my program depends on 6 input data. Okay, the next one I'm going to explain all the 6 input file. Okay, so simply type, we enter 1. Okay, then so this is input 1 question file. So this is input 2 ID, input 3. The next topic, I'm going to explain each of these 6 input files. Topic number 3, explanation of 6 input file. The most important is input file 1. So this is input file 1. Okay, and so we have the same structure. So this is multiple choice question number 1. .mc1 equal sign. Okay, so this is a format. Okay, so SS7 is another keyword. So this is the solution. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, this is 2. We have 8. Okay, and so this is multiple choice question 1. So this is multiple choice question 2, and continue this way. I'm going to go to the bottom, and for example 1, I only have 10 multiple choice questions. For example number 2, I'm going to explain there's some variation. Okay, and for my exam, I have 2 parts. The first part has 20 multiple choice questions. Second part usually is 2 plus a bonus. Okay, and the second part, for the example number 1, I only have 2. Okay, so period mm1 equal. So this is like keywords. Okay, period mm2 equal. So this is problem 1 for the second part. So this is problem 2 for the second part. Okay, so this is input file 1. Okay, and so this is simply student ID. Okay, so this is CSV file. Okay, and so this is I, first name, plus 2 number. Okay, so this is student's name plus the first 2 digit. The student first name plus last 2 digit of his or her student ID. Okay, and so this I make it very, very simple. For the example 1, I only have 5 students. Okay, and James 11, John 32, Mary 04, Landon 68. By the way, whether it's a capital letter, lowercase letter, and for this data set, it doesn't matter. For R, it matters, because for my code, I always convert them into lowercase name before I match. Okay, so again, so this is student first name plus the last 2 digits of his or her student ID. So this is input number 2, student ID. Okay, and so this is input 3, instruction. Okay, so actually, so this is the instruction. This is individual instructor. For example, so this is I can call it from 101. Okay, so 101 final. So suppose today is December 22nd. Okay, this instruction, when student launch his or her one-line code, and they will see this instruction. So every student will see this same instruction. Okay. The last one is .ee, and because I think use .ee for exam instead of final, midterm, first quiz, second quiz. And later, if you want to make it .final, then I'm going to show you how to make it .final. Okay, so this is input number 3. Okay, so let's save it. Okay. So this is input number 4 and input number 5. Okay, so this is the structure of these two are identical, as I mentioned. I have 2 parts of exam, multiple choice question and problem. Okay, so let's look at the assume we have 5 versions. As I mentioned, I make it very, very simple. I only have 10 questions, and I'm going to use all of them. Okay. For the example number 2, I have like 30, 40 problem, a multiple choice question. I only use 20. Okay, so this is version 1, from 1 to 10. So this is version 2, from 10 to 1. So actually there are 2 versions. Okay, so version 1, version 3 are identical, and version 5. And you can modify. So suppose 1, 2, 3. So let's use 1, 2, 3, and 10, 9. Okay. Okay. Suppose I modify this one. Okay. They are different. Okay. So this is my version, 5 version for the part 1. So let's save it. input 5, it's same thing, okay? Because I only have 2 problems, okay? So 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. So actually, we only have 2 versions, okay? If we have multiple, suppose we have 10. For the second part, we have 10. We choose through. Then we have quite different variation. For this case, we only have 2. Okay. So let's look at input number 6. And I just mentioned very quickly if so all these are comments. So anything start from a number sign is comment. Okay. So this is also comment. Okay. And if you understand R, only thing is 3 line and 2 line. Okay. So this will assign a 3 remote directory. Okay. For this one, I'm going to put get exam here locally. For these 3, I'm going to put the data locally. Okay. Remote 1, I'll put all the 1 line student line, and R line we'll put here. And for their exam, put here. Okay. Later, I'm going to show you to upload to my web server so student can remote access them. Okay. And for the last 2, so this is number of multiple choice question. Because for the example 1, we only have 10. Okay. So this is number of problem for the second part. So it's 10 and 2. Okay. And for the instructor, you can depend on your first input file, question file. You can change this setting. Topic number 4, how to generate individualized exam. For example number 1, I'm going to show you, actually it's from S3, step 3, step 4, step 5, up to step 11. So we have to run all these steps in sequence. Okay. I generate one called run all steps 3 to 11. Okay. Simply type the RA with no input. So it's automatically step 3, step 4, up to step 11. Okay. How to, because for the example number 1, the setup is locally. Okay. You simply type dot start left right parentheses. Then you will see the 1 line you give to student. Okay. Give student the following line. Here I just assume, of course, student cannot access your C drive. Okay. And because later, for example number 2, I'm going to use remote internet location. You will see which line to give student. Okay. So this is line to give the student. Simply copy, then we can start. Okay. And before start, I know James 11 is one of my students. So I just paste it. Okay. Input your first name, James, and 11. So this is 1 line of instruction. So James. Okay, I repeat. Okay. For the example number 2, I'm going to give remote 1. So this is, if this is remote, instead of C temp 1, so this is remote 1. So all student will give this 1 line. It's remote. Okay. Then after student issue this line, copy, paste to their R console, then they will get enter first name and last 2 digits of your student ID, then they can get this one. Okay, so let's copy, paste. Then James can start so dot P1, 1. So this is first question and continue this way. Okay, and so let's look at the ID. Okay, so that's ID 20. We know, for example, number 1, we only have 5 students. Okay, so just type get text, get exam. Okay, So John 32. Then we get one line. John will get this line and copy and paste, and P1 1, and here mention this is for John only. Next, I'm going to show the second example. Second example is more complex than the first one. In addition, I'm going to upload to my server and our website. Then you can see the difference. Okay. Step 1. So again, set up, download the data, and then I can run one by one. Okay, but to save time, I still run this one. Okay. So S1 will be set up. Okay. So this time I'm going to use temp IND2. Okay. And nothing there. I answer yes. It will generate some empty subdirectory. Okay. Okay. So this is step 1. The step 2, instead of .s2 left right parenthesis or .s2 left 1 right parenthesis, I enter .s2 left. So .s2 and 2. So I download example 2. Okay. So let's go to this one. So everything else, the subdirectory are empty. So this is only directory or subdirectory we have data. So let's look at the first one. And so structure will be exact same as before. Okay, without double quotation. So I'm going to use this one to see. Again, so .mc1. So this is solution. Okay, I'm going to enter this. Okay, we're going to see it. Okay, so this is again. So this is redundant. Okay, so I save it. Okay, I want to show you one thing is so this is question number 4. Okay, a normal project is defined as. So see this correct solution. Okay, then I copy this one. I called 104. Okay, then I change the order. So this means for the same question, suppose we have multiple choice question, then we can switch the order. We can change the order. And I don't want to put this MC104 at the bottom of the multiple choice question because eventually I'm confused. So to make editing it easy, when you modify, for example, question number 4, the next variation will be MC104 or 204 or even 304. You see, so this is B. So this is C. Cache outflow first, then cache inflow. And for the next one, same thing. Cache outflow first and cache inflow. Okay. Again, the objective is prevent cheating. Okay. So 204, I put this one as D. Okay, as D. Okay. So this is question number 5, question number 6, number 7, 8. Again, so I repeat the same methodology. So .mc8, so D 24.57 is correct answer. So C 24.57%. So to differentiate between A and variation, I use 108. Okay, so in total, I have about 33 unique questions. Okay, and for the second part, I have 6. Okay, so MM1, .MM1, .MM2, this is .MM3 up to .MM6. Okay, so this is the input 1, okay. For student ID, and this time I have more students, okay. Again, first name plus the last 2 digits of the student ID. And instruction, so I called return corporate finance. Okay, corporate finance. You can add the date. And I want to mention, okay, so this is 5 version. I have 5 version same. Okay, so usually for the first 5, for the first 4, I have identical questions. Okay, now its difference is 4, 104, 204. Okay, 108, 208. Okay, so this is because I know the maximum is 33. So I have, so the maximum here is 33. Again, 210 is equivalent to 10 with except different order. Okay, so this is, and now I have more variation. Okay, for my exam, I have 2 normal plus 1 bonus. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 5, and just different combination. So we have 5 different versions. Okay, so last one. So this is identical as the example 1. Okay, now I'm going to remove, so I can comment out. Okay, you can comment out or you can simply remove it. Okay, I'm going to comment out these 3, and I'm going to use these 3. And because this time I'm going to upload to my server. Okay, then you will see the difference. Okay, I repeat. Okay, so I have 3 locations. This location, I'm going to upload my file called get exam. For this one, student will get 1 line from this location. All student exam will installed, contained in this location. The total number of part 1 is 20. The number of problem in part 2 is 3. So I'm going to save it. Again, so this input, everything else is empty. See, down is empty, empty exam is empty. So everything else is empty. To generate our exam, okay, so we can use dot S3 as 4, same as before. Okay, the easy way is use dot RK, run all. Okay, to save time, I'm not going to go through each of them. Okay, and okay, dot IND. Okay, so I run everything. So let's look start. Okay, dot start. Okay, so actually this is line. Okay, give student the following line. Now let's give student this line. Okay. And before, that's called upload to remote dir. Okay, so before we give student this line, we have to upload something. Okay, so just simply type .cs12. Okay. Okay, the first thing is download get text, or get exam.txt to this location. Okay, so upload all the remote 1 to this location, remote 1. So basic idea is local remote 1 to remote 1. So I use remote dir1 remote 1. Okay, and so for this one, upload empty exam. And there are 2 purposes. The first purpose is test my program, whether it works or not. Okay, so before the exam, I upload remote 2 to remote 2. Okay, after exam, I upload down. I upload down to remote 1. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, Okay, so this is my server. Okay, this is my server, and I'm going to go to okay. This is upload to the server. Okay, upload here. So this is first one. Then we look at remote one. Okay, so this is remote one. I generate remote one here. Remote one, remote two already. Okay, and both are empty. So this is remote one. You see it's empty. Okay, then I copy everything. Then I upload. Okay, so on the left hand side is local subdirectory called remote one. On the right hand side is also remote one. And because I'm teaching multiple courses, okay, then I can use different name. Okay, to make it simple, locally I call remote one. Remotely I also call remote one. Okay, so let's go. And the first one I called empty exam. So I copy everything to remote 2. Okay, for remote 2, we have 3 copy. And before exam, test, and also before exam. Okay, then after exam. Okay, and simply upload. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the result. Okay, start. So we are going to copy, we are going to give students this line, okay? And so let's look at the ID. I want no student's ID, okay? Okay, and so let's randomly, so Jacobs 26, okay, Jacobs 26, okay? We give student this one line. The student simply copy and paste, and Jacobs 29. Sorry, it's not 29, it's 20. Okay, I'll do that again. Okay, so this is Jacobs 26. So this is line for Jacobs. Okay, then Jacobs and copy and paste. So Jacobs will see this this menu. Okay, type P1 1. You see this is empty. Okay, this is empty. For 2, for 20, and for the P2, and because we only have 3 problems. Okay, again, so this is for the Jacobs. Okay, now it's just test. Okay, and so let's look at before exam. So before exam, so let's copy, I called remote 2. So this is empty exam, remote 2, and the down. Okay. All content will copy to remote 2. So let's go to remote 2. Okay. They are identical. The names are identical. Okay. And simply copy, replace everything. Okay, and so let's go back. So let's issue this line again. So this is okay, so let's look at P1 1. So this is for Jacob's question. Okay, P2, P1 2, and 3, and continue this way. P2 1. Okay, then we have 20 multiple choice questions for part 1 and 3 problems for the part 2. Okay, so number 3, and I mentioned specifically this is a bonus questions. Okay, so after we finished, and it is up to you. Okay, so this is down. Okay, down will upload to remote 1. Again, the structure, text structure will be, name will be the same. It will replace the original file. Okay. Suppose after finished, so Jacobs is done. Okay, Jacobs. Okay, so that's it. That's it about how to upload the programs of the topic number 5. Backup plans. So I use here dot backup plan or dot B. Simply type dot B. And for the first case, for some reason, student can run R. However, they have an issue to access their programs. For this case, and I give them this line of R code. Source. So instead of get exam, it's called get txt. I'm going to show you later. And so backup number 2. For some reason, some students, they simply cannot launch software R. In this case, and I run this one, I get student link and I email them this one. So this is backup plan 2. So backup plan 3, I simply email them specific link. So later I'm going to show you how to backup 1, 2, and 3. So backup number 4 is simply I just change the input 6. I choose another web server. Then I run exact same steps. Then I upload to another server. So this is I got backup 1, backup 2, backup 3, and backup 4. So if we run this S4 step 4 separately, then we'll see .S4. It will generate our dataset. So this is get exam. Set one called get text. We upload this to our server. So I'm going to show you. So this is get text exam, get exam, and this is identical. Just upload. Then we go back to R. Source HTTP data all. So instead of get exam txt. So this is one line we give to students. So instead of exam, we use txt. So get txt. Same thing. Jacob and 26. Then we get this one. So instead of using R, we simply we highlight, we launch browser, and we simply paste it here. Then student will get this exam. And you can also email student this link. And for the last one, suppose we want to generate exact same exam, however with a different server. So let's go here. The only thing you need to change this one. And currently I use this one. So let's copy and paste. So I comment out this way. Suppose I have another one. For this one, I simply change input 6 remote directory. I replace this 3 with new 3. Okay, so this is my web server, and I am remote 1, remote 2. Then I run every step. Then I upload to my new server. Okay, so this is also my backup plan number 4, because the final exam crucially depends the server. Okay, it's never happened, and just a backup. Okay, that's it. Next one, I will show you how to grade multiple choice question. So this one. Okay, before do this one, we have to generate some file. .s13, .s14, 15, and you simply type .s13, and we are going to generate multiple choice question solution. Okay, and one R data flat, one CSV file. Okay, so this is 13, this is 14, and this is version. Which version? As what kind of solution? Okay, and 15. Okay, so this is the student ID versus correct answer. Okay, so let's go to this. Let's open this file. Okay, and so this is grading. So this is grading. So this is ID solution. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Okay, and so this is ID solution. Okay, so this is for first student, this is correct answer, and for the second student, because we have 20, so the last one is 21 plus the title. Okay, let's just assume this is correct. These are the answer by the student. So let's just copy 6 students. Okay. So let's go back to R. You see, grade .mc. Okay. Copy solution, then hit enter. Okay, it's very, very simple. So let's assume, okay, assume these are the answer. Okay, we know we are going to get 100% correct. Okay, so let's go back. Simply hit enter, then copy here. Okay, of course, they answer 100% correctly. Okay, so let's copy another one. Okay, so let's use Z. Okay, Z. Okay, then the bottom will be Z. We know these are wrong answers. Okay, so let's copy. Okay, again, and we generate this name as the title. We copy paste student correct answer. Okay, like generate this kind of matrix. Okay, then you copy everything. Okay, later I'm going to copy everything. Okay, just copy. Then we recall this function. Then we paste back. Okay, because you see we have 3Z and we have 30 here. Okay, corresponding to Z. And then we have 2Z, we have 20. And for this one, is to correct multiple choice question is quite easy. Okay, if we want to correct everything, let's delete this. Okay, it's simply we copy, and suppose we have 35 students. We enter the first row as name. Then we copy paste the 20 multiple choice questions. So we copy, then we go back to R, and we hit enter. That's it. Then we paste it here. Okay, so Z will be 0, 20, and then the final step, of course, and we can calculate. Okay, so this is great. It's simply summation divided by 20. Okay, so this is 100%. Of course, we use solution is 100% correct. Okay, so 3Z and 2Z and 3Z. Okay, and I'm not going to save it. So this is how I enter the grid for the multiple choice questions. The last topic is how to correct the second part, because second part is more complex. Okay, we have to look at individual student questions, okay, before we can correct it. Okay, so this is show exam. We enter student ID, and from here, student ID, we enter show exam, then we can record student exam. Okay, and for example here, okay, SI. So this is show student show index. Okay, if we do not add anything to dot show ID, we show the first two ID is dot show ID, negative 2 is last 2, and then we can even search. We can search. Okay, so let's randomly show ID. So let's show 10. Okay, and again, so this is show exam. So we enter and so we enter student. So error message show ID. Okay, something wrong. Okay, so Jacobs 26. Okay, so let's error in. Okay, and then we can use this. We just copy paste, and we can P1. Then P2. Then we know which question is for this specific student. 2, and 3. Then we can look at the question, then we can correct students' exams. That's it.
Shutterstock Music.